Good morning, all. See, it's a pleasure for me to introduce the resource person of the day, Mr. Vishnu Lona Jacob. Mr. Vishnu basically is an engineer, electronics and communication engineer, and he's also an alumnus of IIM Kozhikode. He started his career as a business analyst, and he's a versatile personality, a charming personality, and my association with Mr. Vishnu is almost 8 years now. What I found, is the ability to grab the attention of audience. Nobody else can, replace Mr. Vishnu. His ability to, connect with human mind. Okay, such a wonderful personality, Mr. Vishnu, and no doubt he's rated as one of the best, trainers as far as India is concerned. So, dear friends, we are indeed blessed to have, such a resource person like Mr. Vishnu. He is a leading marketeer, he is a consultant, a researcher, and his expertise is into the area of business analytics. I'm sure he can contribute more into the area of business analytics when we have that program in our college. So on behalf of Kochi Business School and on a personal note, I'm very happy to introduce Mr. Vishnu Lona Jacob, a very, very wonderful personality. And when you listen to him, you'll understand, the exact power of training. What is the power of training? Okay, all of you might have attended many training programs, but I'm sure this is going to be totally different. Fine. Let me also put you a word on goal setting. See, today's topic is goal setting. Why we have included that topic in the university curriculum? Because goal setting seems to be very easy, but it is not easy. We all have a feeling that it is very easy to set the goals. We all set a lot of goals, but how far it is feasible, how far it is practical. So today, Mr. Vishnu Lona Jacob is going to introduce the topic goal setting, how to set meaningful goals, how to set feasible goals. So dear friends, yesterday we have started a journey, and today you're going to know about goal setting, how to set goals. This is very, very important, because if you are successful in goal setting, half the job is over. If you are able to have the right focus in your career, half of the job is over. So let me introduce Mr. Vishnu Lona Jacob. Okay, on behalf of Kochi Business School, I welcome Mr. Vishnu Lona Jacob, and all our faculty members are here. I also welcome your batch coordinator and all the faculty members. I have some very important work, so I'll be leaving shortly. Enjoy the day and get the maximum from the resourceful person, Mr. Vishnu Lona Jacob. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. And it is such a pleasure to meet all the students, and such a pleasure to be in your company once again after a small gap. So very good morning to everyone. I know many of you are in mute, and it's extremely hard for me to listen to you. So I'll set it very clear for you. We start the session. You can keep your video on or off depending upon your personal choice. Always keep the mic on mute. If you have any question, please feel free to unmute and ask. So I just want to have an interactive value session. We will go for an interactive session rather than just me speaking all the day, So I'll give one concept before starting into my topic or diving into my topic. In earlier days, the concept of a guru or a teacher is like a teacher is supposed to be a stage like a sage on the stage. You know what I mean? Teacher is viewed as a sage, an epitome of perfection who functions from the stage. But current scenario, everything have changed. Now the teacher is supposed to be a guide by the side. In MBA, that is the key shift which you have to experience. Unless and otherwise you experience that, learning MBA is not going to be effective. So we as a guru, as a teacher, have to transform from a sage on the stage to that guide by your side who understands you, who come to your level and make you understand what exactly is happening. So today's topic, two key words. One is attitude and one is goal setting. We all have heard these words. It's the most commonly heard word. To a certain extent, we have heard it too many times. But I want to ask a simple question. I want to know your understanding of the word attitude first. Anybody, anyone from the audience can just unmute and answer me. What according to you is attitude? Can I have an answer? Anyone can shoot an answer.
Sir,
Sure, please go ahead.
it is the way how a person behaves.
It's the way how a person behaves. Very good. Very good. Can I know your name, please?
Haifa Nasrud.
Thank you. Thank you, Haifa. And one more answer. Can I have one more answer? I can see faces glaring at the screen like as if nothing has happened. You know, you're like, what's happening?
It refers to a set of emotions, beliefs, and behaviors to a particular object.
Very good. Jitin is trying to say something. I think there is some issue with the internet, but I understand it's like a set of emotions and beliefs which help you achieve a
It
goal.
refers to a set of emotions, beliefs, and behaviors to a particular object.
Very good. A set of emotions, a behavior to a particular object. It's very, very good answer, Jitin. Thanks for that. So I'll make it even more simple for you. Attitude is nothing but decoding your thought, how you think on anything and everything. It starts with waking up in the morning. It starts with having your bed coffee. It starts with your breakfast. It starts with reading newspaper. It starts with everything. The way you perceive the entire things happening around you. I'll give a simple example so that you can understand the practical aspect of attitude. It's the most commonly referred to example. There were two sons to an alcoholic father. Two sons. Both were extremely smart, and two sons grew up strong, and one became an alcoholic like his father. So he was asked, why do you become an alcoholic? It's the worst choice to pick. Then he said, I observed my father and I learned from him. You understand? And the next son, who was brought up by the same father, he never touched alcohol. And he was asked, why in the hell didn't you touch alcohol? Alcohol is so freely available here. Your father allows it. Why didn't you touch it? Then the other son says, I absolutely grow up seeing the adverse effects or the bad impact of alcohol on my father, how the product ruined my father. So I wanted to restrain from it. Both kids, same family, same scenario, but the way something impacted their mind is entirely different. This is exactly what is going to happen in Kochi Business School, in any MBA college. Any MBA college is going to shell a lot of exposure, a lot of information, a lot of trainings, a lot of subject, a lot of projects, a lot of things to you. Unless and otherwise, your perception towards that is aligned with your career objective, you will never make use of the 2 years. It'll be a waste of time. So you have to ensure that you precisely take things in the positive frame of thought. How can you induce positive thought? Everyone പറയുന്ന ഒരു dialogue ആണല്ലേ, ഭയങ്കര positive ആണ്. We have to be positive every time. But how will you induce positivity? How will positivity come? ഒരു voodoo magic പോലെ, come on, എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ does positivity come up? It doesn't come up, right? So you have to induce positivity. And the best way to induce positivity is to identify a goal. I don't want to call it as goal. I want to call it as something called passion. The moment your passion and goal become same, become absolutely proportional, that is when the positivity flows in. unless and otherwise your goal and passion are aligned together, you will never about to get that positivity. This is very, very key. So my father asked me, Vishnu, what is your passion? When I was studying in 12th standard. And I didn't know, I didn't have a definitive answer. So I told my father, passion can be, I don't know, I want to do something. So he gave me a beautiful, beautiful explanation about passion. I want every student listening to me by heart this explanation. He said this, Vishnu, passion is something which you can do 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 30 days a month, 365 days a year, without getting bored, without thinking about the salary. That one thing is called passion. The moment you identify something which you can do continuously without boredom, without thinking about the result, that is when you have the most perfect goal. When you set that, I can promise you the salary, the recognition, all will come following you. This is the first point. As future managers, you have to have it. When you become managers in a company, it is not your height, your weight, your personality, your degree that is going to influence people. It is your energy, the passion, the connect that you establish with your audience, with your employees. That is going to help you derive work out of them. So every day when you attend a session, every day when you walk into the college campus, if you can find that passion, if you can talk to yourself and say, I'm going there not for scoring marks, I'm not going there not for MBA, I'm going there to discover my passion. If you start believing that, every perspective changes, everything changes. That is why if you check in the baby, if you have ever noticed or observed a baby, a 2-year-old baby, the moment the baby wakes up and the baby happens to visualize the mother. And in the bed, when the moment the baby sees the mother, you should see the happiness. You should see the energy flowing out of the baby. Because the baby is not seeing mother just as an organism to feed him, but the baby is seeing the mother as an emotional connect, as his protector, as his engrower, as his sustainer, as his everything. Same way has to be your academic, same way has to be your campus. You have to clip your campus directly with your passion. I'll ask you a simple question. I don't want to name someone. I'll ask a question. I'm planning to visit one of your house. Just imagine that. I'm planning to visit one of your house. It can be anyone's house. I'm very sure that I don't know any of you personally know your house. Am I right? So my house is at Kakanad, very close to your college. So I want to visit your house today. So I call and tell you, okay, I'm planning to visit your house. So what is the second thing? The first thing is I have to think in my brain, in my mind, that I have to visit your house. That is the first point, no doubt. Without that thinking, I'm not going to make it. What is the second thing I should do to reach your house? Can anyone give me an answer? What is the second thing I should do to reach your house?
Location.
Perfect. Perfect. I have to get into my car and I have to do location. And how will I do the location?
GPS.
GPS using an app. What is the most famous app?
Google Maps.
No doubt. Perfect answer. You have a GPS, you have a Google Map, you have a smartphone. Now is the funny part, okay?
No, before that you have to call us and ask, right, for the location.
I've told you initially itself, I made a call to you and I'm making my intention very clear that I'm going to reach your house. I made that. That is the first thought.
Yeah, but you have to ask for the location, right, where it is and where it is located.
No doubt. No doubt. Absolutely right. That is the point I'm coming to. So you have a GPS, you have a GPS opened, you have a Google Map open. Now the question which my lady friend posted comes up. What will Google Map ask you immediately once you open the Google Map? Tell me that. What is that?
The location.
Perfect. That is the most important question. You can't randomly type in Munnar and expect to reach your house. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't happen. That is the most important question. Google Map precisely asks you, where do you want to go?
Go.
Now the question comes, in the first call which I made to you, did I ask that question?
No.
No. So was there any clarity in my journey?
No.
That is exactly the point. That is exactly what everyone is doing by joining MBA. You join MBA seeing a pamphlet. You join MBA because you cleared your degree. You join MBA because you have no other option and you want to say something to your parents saying that I am occupied for 2 years. Don't ask for marriage. Am I right? I'm occupied for 2 years. Good. No more questions of marriage, nothing. Good. I'm going to a beautiful college called KBS. I'm very busy, very much occupied. But that is not the right reason for that. So second thing is you need to have a clarity in your thought, and the clarity was to ask permission. What was the time feasible to visit? What was the location? Now you have the perfect clarity. You have the convenient time. You have the intent to visit the place. You have the exact address of the place. Once you have this in your brain, then comes in the software, then comes in the app, then comes in the teaching, then comes in the project, seminar, and everything. Without these three things, no matter how big a college you learn, how beautifully you are taught, how great a guru you get, it won't be productive. So now comes the second phase of your journey. So now you have a clarity, the intent is there, pakka. Now you have entered in Google Map. Now you're planning to drive. So my next question is, even though you have a Google Map, there is every possibility you might miss some directions. Am I right?
Definitely.
There is a possibility, right?
Yes. Yes.
Very good. So it's quite natural for humans to make mistakes and we miss a couple of directions. But once we have entered the location, what will Google Map do to you every time you miss the direction?
They will reroute us.
Redirect.
Google Map will, what will Google Map do? Can one person
Redirect.
redirect you, right? Does Google Map redirect you to back to your home or to the destiny?
The destination.
Destination.
No doubt about that, right? Irrespective of how many mistakes you make, how many wrong turns you take, every time, if the destiny is fixed with clarity, the Google Map will make sure it is redirecting you to the destiny. Even though sometimes you have to travel the long path, sometimes short path, but still Google Map makes sure you are redirected to the destiny. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. Now is the most important third phase. You are happy, you are corrected, you have the clarity of thought, you reach the destination. Immediately once you reach the destination, this is something which you all miss out. What will you do? The moment your car stopped in the parking lot of your friend's house, what is the first thing you'll do?
Step out from the car or enter to help.
Definitely you have to get out from the car, no doubt about that. Sure. You can't sit in the car and ask the friend to come, hi, I'm here, hi. You can't do that. Definitely set out from the car. Other than that, do anyone, once you reach the destination, check on the Google Map, the statistics of your journey. Do anyone try doing that? Google Map clearly tells you how much time you took for the journey, how much distance you covered. Was there any alternate shortest route? Does anyone do that? That is the question. Very hardly we do that, am I right? We are happy that we reached the destination. We don't want to introspect on what has happened. These three things put together means progress. Progress. Our main intent of this seminar, this workshop, this class is not perfection, it is progress. Once we have clarity of the destination, once we have the destination marked, and you're willing to introspect your everyday journey, whether I took the best route, whether I traveled the optimum distance, whether I took the optimum time to achieve the goal, you mix these three things, you get the most wonderful thing called goal. A goal without introspection, a goal without clarity, a goal which cannot be measured, a goal without a clear destination, a specific destination is absolutely waste of time. Many of my young friends does the same thing. We all say that I have a goal. I'll ask the simple question and now comes the answer, okay? At least 10 students have to answer me. Tell me, after MBA, where do you want to see yourself? Please shoot. When you are answering, please give your name also. I think Jitin is waiting for everyone to answer, then I'll take my chance.
Sir,
Very good, Jitin. Thank you, Jitin. You can go for it.
sir, I see myself as a knowledgeable professional having an in-depth knowledge of the company and the industry.
Very good. You see yourself enriched with knowledge and all the nyan to work in a company, right?
Knowledgeable professional having in-depth knowledge of the company.
Very good. Professional
Right.
knowledge, in-depth awareness of the company. Very good. Thanks for that. Now come. Next person, one more person.
Hi, sir. I'm Fatima.
Fatima, how? Tell me.
Yeah, I would like to work in a company anywhere and then take up my dad's business and move forward with it.
Very good. So you want to work in a company anywhere, be it Somalia, be it South Africa, be it East London.
Anywhere,
I don't care.
just to know the hardship, how it's gonna be, and then come back to my own place and pick up my dad's business.
Very good. So you want to have all the hardship somewhere else, and you want all the sweet and cherry in your dad's business. Am I right?
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Thank you, Fatima. Next person. Come on. Throw in some answers. Believe me, mistakes, I see mistakes as happy accidents. Mistakes are happy accidents. The more mistakes you make, the more happier you get. I can promise you that. So please go ahead. Aparna Matthew.
Sir, I want to work in a bank as a manager.
You want to work in a bank as a manager. Thank you, Aparna. Very good. Thank you. Next person. Come on, I want a couple of more answers. There are 50 odd students.
Sir, my name is Srishti. I like to start my own business after getting graduated in MBA.
So unlike Fatima, you don't want to waste your time and all. You strictly want to go into business after MBA. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So you're like looking for the straight action hero role rather than getting the small role, stepping up and getting into the hero.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good. Very good, Srishti. Nice answer. Thank you. And now one more. Guys, where are the guys, please?
Sir,
Tell me.
my name is Sanuja.
Sanuja, hi, how are you?
I'm fine. I want to start up my own boutique.
You want to start up your own boutique? That is great. Very good, Sanuja. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Where are my guys, boys?
Sir,
Oh my God, again, woman empowerment is happening. Come on, speak up.
sir, I wanted to go in a company and then start with my own company.
You want to get into a company and then slowly shift to becoming an entrepreneur. Am I right? Is that right? I heard you right? Good. Can I have your name also, please?
Haifa.
Can you repeat it? Sorry for that.
Haifa Nasrid.
Haifa, I remember you speaking earlier. Thank you, Haifa. Come on, next person. One more. Guys, please.
Sir, I'm Anju.
Anju, please tell me. Nitin, what are the guys doing, Jitin?
Don't know, sir.
Just kidding. Tell me, Anju.
I would like to work in a company. Then I would like to join in a college as a lecturer.
Very good.
This is my ambition.
Very good. So your ambition is like work in a company, then join a college, spoil the youngster's life. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thanks a lot. One more answer. Can I have one more answer?
My name is Midun. Sir, I am Vivek.
Midun, thank you. God save humanity.
Okay, so my name is Midun and I want to work for some time and have enough experience to start up my own company, establish my own enterprise.
Very good. So Mithun is saying that I want to work in some company, then get the knowledge, work my own entrepreneurship or enterprise. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So I think I am the fool here. I am seriously a fool here. I spoke 15 minutes about clarity, about intent, about definitive goal, about introspecting your goal. And I ask you, where do you see yourself after completing your MP? And most of the students say, I want to work in some country. I want to work in some company. I want to work in some college. I want to work in some. I want to become some. You understand? There was only one person who came up and said that I want to start my own boutique. Except that one person, everybody was like vague. They were like this. I want each and everyone today to go to YouTube and search something like how a European kid order food and how an Indian kid order food. You understand? It's a very simple, funny thing. How a European kid order food and how an Indian kid order food. I'm not trying to compare anything. I don't believe in comparison. I'm doing this just so that you can have an understanding. If you see what happens is a European kid right from second year, 1 year, 3 years old is taught to be specific. You take a European kid to a dining house, to a hotel, and the first thing that happens is when the bearer comes and asks the family, what do you need? The parents will say, I need a coffee. The father will say, I need a coffee. Mother will say, I need a bread toast. And immediately the bearer will look at the lady, the kid, the 5-year-old, 6-year-old. And believe me, the kid will definitely say, I need breadcrumbs, toasted with a little bit more sugar. But same scenario, 5-year kid, an Indian family taking to Arya Bhavan Hotel. You just watch it. The waiter comes and asks, what do you need? And the father and mother will be, masala dosha. So the waiter will ask, Kochi endana? Kochi masala dosha njan kodutholam. We will never see the kid opening his or her mouth. Even reaching 10th standard, it is very rare to see that happening. I want each and everyone listening to me be exactly specific. I want to work in HSBC as assistant manager in Chennai location, in Trivandrum zone, in Cochin zone after completing my MBA. I want to work in Africa among the kids, empower them, make them learn English, get the knowledge, face the hardship, come back to and join my father's business. I want to run a boutique exclusively for kids, exclusively for women, exclusively for men, focusing on Arabic style, focusing on Indian classical style, focusing on contemporary style. If you can be that specific, I want Aparna to come up and say, I want to complete MBA, work for this company, TCS, for 2 years as financial analyst. With that knowledge, I want to work with IIM as a professor. That is my goal. That makes sense. Am I right or wrong?
Right, sir.
When you're saying, I want to work in some company, what you're doing is you are actually skipping the question, not answering the question. You're just convincing me just to make sure that, okay, Sara choice, I'll answer. I want to work somewhere, sir. It is not getting into your brain. That is the problem. Each and every time now onwards, when you're doing anything, my dear students, please make sure that you are specific about your requirement. When you go to a hotel and ask for a tea, be specific. I want tea hot. I want it with medium sugar. I want it sugarless. You be specific. Learn this habit of being specific about what you want. Otherwise, what will happen is you will become the sheep. What is the big issue with sheep? Sheep always follow the shepherd. Whether the shepherd takes the sheep to have water or food or to the slaughterhouse, does the sheep bother asking? Does it happen? Does the sheep ever ask the shepherd, hi sir, today am I going to the slaughterhouse or to the green pastures? Does the sheep ask that? Never become that sheep. You have to become that lion. What does the lion do? Lion is precise. Lion wants this particular food fresh. Lion goes on the hunting gear, pounds on the prey, gets it, eats it fresh and hot, taste, filled his stomach, pleasant, the goal is set. I want you to have that intent, that killer instinct. Believe me, my dear students, the world out there is very much competitive. It is not as easy as you see. We are living in a world where one job, we have minimum 12,000 applicants. One job, 12,000 applicants. Can you imagine that? That's like a lot of competition. If you are not specific, if you are not precise, if you don't have the killer intent, if you don't introspect on yourself, this doesn't happen. I'll give you one simple example. I'll tell you a brief story about two people. All the 58 students listening to me know these two people. You very much love them. At the end of the story, you have to tell me the names of these two people. Are you ready? Very good. So we are into goal setting and attitude. So this story will precisely lay you down what is happening. So this is the story of two Indian kids. They are from a state in India, a very big state actually in the sense of size, not in the sense of size, but in the size in the sense of the cosmic nature of the city. So they are from a biggest, richest, one of the richest states of our country. So one kid was very short. He was kind of a dwarf, very short. And the other kid was very dark. He doesn't have the fair complexion. So both kids have their own insecurities. And both kids didn't know what to do. They were both studying in 7th and 8th standard, almost. And one kid was short, one kid was dark. So the short kid didn't have a clue what to do. But by God's grace or by miracle or by luck, the dark kid was a naturally born talented person. God has gifted him with one talent, naturally. He was blessed with it. So he found out the talent and he started working on the talent and he took the talent seriously. But the short kid couldn't find out the talent. Talent was there, hidden maybe, but the short kid never understood that. So one day, one fine day, a coach happened to see the short kid in the school, a coach. And the coach asked the kid, hey man, hey boy, what is your plan? What do you want to become? Why are you always so negative? Why are you always so dull and insecure? So these two kids, one is a dark kid, one is a short kid. The dark kid is blessed with some talent. We will reveal the talent soon. The short kid is also blessed with talent, but unfortunately it is not known to the short kid. So this teacher sees the short kid and asks him, why are you so insecure? Then the short kid says, sir, everyone makes fun of me. Nobody likes me. I don't have any recognition in my school. I am like lost. So the coach asked him, why don't you try cricket? Why don't you try cricket? Cricket is a beautiful game. You can try cricket. If you perform good in cricket, all students in the fan, you will have a lot of respect. People will start loving you. Or a short kid, okay, in cricket, I think I can be a fast bowler. I can try that. I love bowling. That's more aggressive. So coach and the coach bowl try bowling and show me how much fast you can bowl. So the short kid took it, prayed to God, took all the strength and came down and bowled his fastest ball. But unfortunately, the ball was not fast enough. It was just average bowling. So the coach said, oh, with this kind of pace, I don't think you will make it into school team or anything. I don't see a talent there. The short kid was again disappointed. Veendum kaliyakal, veendum veshamam. Appa short kid paranju, sir, I spinner I'll try spin bowling. Let me try that. This coach was exceptionally good coach, loving coach, caring coach. So he coach kid paranju, okay, I'll give you a chance. Try spin bowling. So he short kid a spin bowling try, but it was again average, nothing exceptional. Again, short kid short kid started losing confidence. Upper short kid sir, I told you I don't have any talent. I don't think I am fit into it. That is when something magical happened. Sir, okay, don't worry, relax. Come back again tomorrow. We will start a new session and we will see. So he short kid practice ground bat. There was a cricket bat. So he cricket bat under short kid. What will you do? I want to ask every student, if you see a cricket bat, what will you do immediately? What is your immediate reaction? For a cricket bat, what will be your immediate reaction? Shilpa, what will be your immediate
Just grab
reaction?
the bat. Just grab the bat.
Exactly, grab the bat. And grab the bat and do what?
Then strike like a cricketer.
Exactly. What is your name, guy? What is your name?
Paul Sebastian.
Paul, thank you. Thanks a lot, Paul. Exactly. shuttle bat cricket bat we will grab it and we will try playing. Am I right? ശരിക്കും ഒരു ക്രിക്കറ്ററിനെ പോലൊക്കെ ഭയങ്കര സ്റ്റൈലായിട്ട് കളിച്ചു നോക്കും അല്ലേ? You try doing that. Impose as a player. So ഈ വിഷമത്തോടെ പോയ കൊച്ചു കുള്ളനായ പയ്യൻ ഈ ബാറ്റ് കണ്ടപ്പോൾ he was excited. He took the bat and he tried imposing as a batsman. So when he did that, the coach saw that. Appo coach odane avane vilichu, come here. Just moments before you told me you want to become a fast bowler. Just moments ago you told you want to try spin, but you never said you want to try batting. Nee enduda batting parayirunnu? Odane kullam paranju, sir enikku ottum confidence illatha batting ilana. Ittiriyengilum ullathu fast bowling ilana. Adundana njan aadyame paranjathu. Adu kettappathenkum coach paranjenda ariyamo. Coach said, man, I have been training kids for the last 20 years and I have the eyes to spot talent. I have the eyes to spot talent. Nee a bat vechu veeshunnathu kandappo, I believe that there is a batsman sleeping inside you. Adu paranjapathekkum ningal aa kullante mukham onu kaanam. Kullan was like super excited. Oh my god, this is my big moment alle. Jeevathil aadyamayittana enne kurichu oral nalla karyam parayunnu. I'm super excited. പക്ഷേ കോച്ച് പറഞ്ഞു, one issue is there. നിനക്ക് talent ഉണ്ട്, but no hope. What you have to do is tomorrow onwards, daily 6 o'clock, no break, Monday to Sunday, every day 6 o'clock. When I open the ground, you have to report for practice. If every day you come for practice, every day, no leave, no absenteeism. Every day you come for practice, I as a coach will help you perfect the art of batting. Kullan super excited. Kullan പറഞ്ഞു, sir, നാളെ മുതൽ ഗ്രൗണ്ട് തുറക്കുന്നത് ഞാനാണ്. Forget about coming 6 o'clock. I'll be the first person to arrive in the ground. Parallel ആയിട്ട്, don't forget the story of the dark kid. Dark kid was blessed with talent to bat. Avante batting was so natural, so exceptional. Something like Mohanlal's acting. It comes from nowhere. It's like unbelievable. So black kid parallelly അവരുടെ സ്കൂൾ ടീമിന് വേണ്ടി കളിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്, റൺസ് സ്കോർ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. He is being appreciated by everyone. അവന്റെ ആകെ പ്രശ്നം അവന്റെ കോംപ്ലക്ഷൻ ആണ്, ഞാൻ കറുത്താണെന്നുള്ള വിഷമമാണ്. But he is so naturally talented, he didn't bother about that. He was scoring runs like anything. So next day onwards, നമ്മുടെ കുള്ളൻ കോച്ചിന്റെ അടുത്ത് വന്നു. Every training is happening, everything is happening. കുള്ളൻ വളരെ സീരിയസ് ആയിട്ട് ട്രെയിൻ ചെയ്തു. Slowly, the short kid and the dark kid started connecting. Students, can you hear me now? Jidin, can you hear me? Sure.
Okay, sir.
Sorry for that.
Please start. Yeah.
Sorry for that. Something came up. I'm extremely sorry for that. So coming back, slowly the short kid and the dark kid started connecting. They became friends. And unbelievably, both started improving on batting. And the coach decided to make them opening batsmen of their school team. And they scored some record runs for the school. They performed exceptionally well. Even today, they have a record in their name, the school record, even today. They were selected to their state team for playing Ranji. They were both selected to Indian team. And believe me, the short kid in his first game didn't perform well, performed average. In the second game, performed average. But the dark kid with all the natural talent blasted his inaugural matches. In the first 5 innings itself, he scored a couple of double centuries. Can you believe that? Couple of double centuries in the first 5 innings. All the newspapers wrote about him as a future star of world cricket, the black pearl of Indian cricket. So you black kid in a pugirthi patrangalum, journals, advertisements, companies. The black kid was like a superhero, wherein the short kid was like struggling. Now is the funny part. Every time the short kid failed, he came back to his coach and asked the coach, what is wrong with me? Help me. help me to improve my skill. The coach gave him advice. The short kid practiced. Every day the short kid practiced. That is unbelievable. But the dark kid, he was so happy about the success. പുള്ളിക്കാരന് ഇഷ്ടം പോലെ കാശ് വരാൻ തുടങ്ങി, ഇഷ്ടം പോലെ പത്രങ്ങളിൽ പേര്. So he started buying beautiful cars, having beautiful girlfriends, started coloring his hair, started doing all sort of crazy stuff. 20 years down the line, 20 years down the line, I want to ask my youngsters, what is the name of the short kid and what is the name of the dark kid? What is the name of this short kid?
I think the name of Sachin. Short kid.
Who is that answer? Who is that guy? What is your name?
Paul Sebastian.
Paul, thank you. And I have some answer from Preeti also. Preeti, thank you. Congratulations. What is the name of the dark kid? Exactly. So very few people, I can promise you one thing, out of the 58 students listening to me, 80% or 90% of the students will answer the short kid is Sachin Tendulkar. But only 10 or 15% will answer the dark kid is someone by the name Vinod Kambli, Sachin Tendulkar's best friend, the most naturally gifted batsman India has ever produced, the most emotional batsman, the batsman with all God's gift. But unfortunately, he didn't become anything. ഇന്ന് നിങ്ങൾ ക്രിക്കറ്റിന്റെ അവാർഡ് ഫംഗ്ഷനിൽ കണ്ടാൽ വിനോദ് കാംബ്ലി എന്ന പേര് പോലും കേൾക്കാനില്ല. But Sachin Tendulkar even today is the god of cricket. He is followed by millions of people. He is like the epitome of cricket. The difference between both of them were not talent. The difference is how they approach the game. It is their attitude towards the game. Sachin Tendulkar approached with the intent to learn and improve every day. But Vinod Kambli was complacent. He thought that he had all the skills. He believed that his talent will help him all the time. This is the key thing to success. All the students listening to me, to reach the top, you need skills and knowledge. But to stay in the top, you need the right attitude. And the attitude is nothing but the way you perceive things, the way you think. I can promise you, every day you start on a positive note. You start telling to yourself, I can do it. 1 second, Jithin, 1 second. Students, 1 second, just hold, give me 1 minute. Yes, sorry for that. I have a kid here and I'm living in containment zone, so I had some crisis coming up on my own. Sorry about that. So I was talking about the story of two people, the story of Sachin Tendulkar and Vinod Khampi, and the difference in what they have achieved. And the only difference, take my word, both had talents, both were gifted, both had the same guru, both were taught by the same people. But unfortunately, both have achieved success at different scales. This is exactly what is going to happen when you're joining Cochin Business School. When you're joining Cochin Business School, this is exactly what is going to happen. We have 60 students who are going to join. 2 years down the line, some students will become something and some students will become something. And take my word, what you become will exactly depend on the attitude you have. And I'll give a screenshot for the same. I just want to share something. I request the host to give me a permission to share my screen if the host is listening to me, so that I can have the function, the strength to share the screen. Teacher, can you make me the host so that I can share?
Okay.
Thank you. So I'll show you something. It's a very cliche thing, but you can just go through it and you will understand what is happening. One second, I'm just going to share my screen. Can you all see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Thank you. So I hope you can see the screen. It's clear for everyone. This is a simple thing. As many students said, you're learning MBA for skill, for acumen, for understanding business, for knowledge. But there is this key word, attitude. And if you add numerical values to all the alphabets like A to Z and total out attitude, you will get 100. You will get absolutely 100. Now, the important question is, this is where things get tricky. You have to listen to me carefully. Is 100 the highest number in the world? Is 100 the highest number in the world?
No, sir.
No, never, right? Am I right? You can easily find out many words which will add to scores above 100, which will add to 120 or 150 or 200. But what attitude does to 100? Why I'm showcasing this slide is, it's a common metric belief that 100 symbolizes perfection. Am I right? It's a belief, it's not a fact. It's a belief that 100 equal to sendem, equal to perfection. Why attitude is scoring 100 is because attitude is the guarantee to your success. How you think and pursue is going to guarantee the success which you plan to achieve. Irrespective of how much knowledge, how much skills you have, unless and otherwise you have that clear way of thinking, the clear presenting of your thought, you will never be able to achieve your goal equal to your passion. I got this great advice from my guru who said, Vishnu, always listen to your heart with a bit of advice from your brain and never the other way around. Have you heard this saying? Always listen to your heart with a bit of advice from your brain and never the other way around. Have anyone heard this? You all have heard it. Have you heard that? It's something which my guru told me. What it means is you have to have a balance between your EQ and your IQ to establish the perfect attitude. EQ is nothing but your emotional quotient And IQ is nothing but your intelligence quotient. You need to have a balance of both to have the perfect attitude towards life. You need to be emotionally stable, intellectually enabled in order to achieve the goal which you plan to achieve. So these 2 years, while you focus on all the subjects, while you learn from your gurus all the subjects, while you undergo all the projects, while you do all the friendship, all the management fest, all the activities, you have to make sure you are enriching your mental ability as well as your intellectual ability. And for that to happen, from today at least, you need to have a definitive goal, a goal with intent, a goal which is absolutely measurable. Measurable in the sense within 2 years, I will achieve it. A goal which is specific, which means I want to work with HDFC as senior manager in their head office at Kochi. Unless and otherwise you set it in your brain, it's not going to happen. I'll give one last example and I'll break off the session about attitude and goal setting. My name is Vishnu Lona Jacob, and it's a strange name to have. It's a very strange name. I'm sure nobody else in the world will have my name, Vishnu Lona Jacob. Can you believe that? I'm like the combination of everything. Good. So I had a huge issue. Issue was I did my engineering from a college called VIT Velu, and this college is situated in Tamil Nadu. If you have ever gone to Tamil Nadu, one thing you will understand is the water there is hard water. Once you take bath in hard water on a daily basis, there is a possibility you might lose your hair. If you lose your hair, what will you become? If you lose your hair, you will become bald. Am I right? You become kashandi. Right. At young age, to become a kashandi, bayangara buddhimuttana. Take my word. Bayangara buddhimuttana. Or 22-23 vayassil, if you start losing your hair, that is like a huge inferiority complex, insecurity. So in the first year, I started losing hair a little bit. Second year again, I started losing hair more. And second year onwards, Tamil Nadu kashandigale avaru vilikkunnu sotte ennanu. Sotte, you know. So they call sotte. So while I walk through my college campus, my seniors, my girlfriends in the sense not girlfriends, my lady friends over there, they all used to call me, that's sotte. And I used to feel so bad. Believe me, I used to feel so bad. And slowly in the third year, even my teachers start calling me, that's sotte. Oh, that was adding insult to injury. Believe me, I used to cry in my hostel room. And one day what I did is I quit learning. I quit studying. I bunked my hostel, I caught the train, and I got back to my house without informing anyone. This is what I do in the third year. So I came to my railway station. My native place is Mavelikara. So I called my father and said, Appa, Yaneti. Appan choichu, evadeti? Wait in the railway station, Mavelikara. Appa was like, oh my God, don't you have class? I want to talk to you, please come. Appa vegam vandi aittu vannu, njan pick cheyidu. Enne kaaril keri appan choichu, Vishnu, what is your issue? Njan paranju, appa enne ellarum kaliyakka. Then he asked me, what? Enne ellarum kashandi ennu paranju kaliyakka. Appa was like, oh my God. You got admission into one of the best colleges. You're studying in the third year. You're doing good in your studies. And you quit education saying that somebody is making fun of you. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു അപ്പയ്ക്ക് എന്റെ വികാരം പറഞ്ഞാൽ മനസ്സിലാവില്ല, എന്റെ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ട് അപ്പയ്ക്ക് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മനസ്സിലാവില്ല, എന്റെ പ്രായത്തിലേ മനസ്സിലാവുള്ളൂ. അപ്പയ്ക്ക് എന്ത് പറയണം എന്നറിയത്തില്ല. നേരെ വീട്ടിൽ കൊണ്ടുപോയി അമ്മ ചോദിച്ചു എന്താ പ്രശ്നം, അമ്മയോടും കാര്യം പറഞ്ഞു. അമ്മ വാസ് ലൈക്ക് ഷി ഡിഡ്ന്റ് നോ വാട്ട് ടു ഡു. അമ്മ പക്ഷേ അമ്മമാർ യു നോ മദർ മീൻസ് ലവ്, മദർ മീൻസ് കെയർ. സോ എന്റെ അമ്മ പറഞ്ഞു വിഷമിക്കണ്ട, നമുക്ക് ശരിയാക്കാം. So what she did is she called up a couple of her friends and relatives. അന്ന് വൈകുന്നേരം ഞാൻ നോക്കുമ്പോൾ എന്റെ വീടിന്റെ മുറ്റത്ത് അമ്മ വലിയൊരു അടുപ്പൊക്കെ കൂട്ടിയിട്ട് ഒരു എണ്ണ കാച്ചുകയാണ്. I was like shocked to see what she's doing. എണ്ണ ഞാൻ നോക്കുമ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ അകത്തേക്ക് മൈലാഞ്ചി, കറ്റാർ വാഴ, then she was putting in ulli and she was making that oil. And I went to my mother and asked, what is this? അപ്പൊ എന്റെ അമ്മ പറഞ്ഞു, എടാ മുടി തഴച്ചു വളരാനുള്ള അത്ഭുത മാജിക് ആണ്. ഇതങ്ങോട്ട് പെരട്ടിയ എന്റെ മോനെ പിന്നാരി കളിയാക്കത്തില്ല, മുടി ഇങ്ങനെ സ്റ്റാർട്ട്സ് ഫ്ലൈങ്, സോ ഐ വാസ് ലൈക്ക് ഓക്കെ വെരി ഗുഡ്. അങ്ങനെ ആ എണ്ണ കാച്ചി എണ്ണ ആറിക്കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോ ഞാനും അമ്മയും കൂടെ എണ്ണ പെരട്ടി, എണ്ണ തേച്ച് 10 മിനിറ്റ് വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്തു. ആഫ്റ്റർ ദാറ്റ് ഐ ടുക്ക് ദ ബാത്ത്. കുളി കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് നേരെ ഞാനും അമ്മയും കൂടെ കണ്ണാടി വന്ന് നോക്കി മുടി വരുന്നുണ്ടോ. സോ നത്തിങ് വാസ് ഹാപ്പനിങ്. പറഞ്ഞടാ മിനിമം 2 ആഴ്ചയെങ്കിലും പെരട്ടണം, പെരട്ടിയാലേ റിസൾട്ട് കിട്ടുള്ളൂ. So we started applying it every day with all the care, with all the attention. 2 weeks we did it, but nothing was happening. 2 ആഴ്ച കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് എന്റെ വിശ്വാസം പോയി. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു, അമ്മ എന്നെ പറ്റിക്കാൻ നോക്കുകയാണെന്ന് ചോദിച്ചു. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു, ഞാൻ എന്തായാലും കോളേജിലോട്ട് തിരിച്ചു പോകത്തില്ല. So my father was really irritated, and you know what he did to me? The next day he took me a psychiatrist. He took to me, psychiatrist, എനിക്ക് വട്ടാണെന്ന്, you understand? I have some issues. So my father and mother together, they took me to a psychiatrist. സൈക്കാട്രിസ്റ്റിന്റെ വീട്ടിലെത്തിയപ്പോഴേ എനിക്ക് കാര്യം മനസ്സിലായി. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു, അപ്പ എനിക്ക് സത്യമായിട്ട് വട്ടില്ല. അപ്പൊ പറഞ്ഞു, ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് അറിയാം നിനക്ക് വട്ടില്ലെന്ന്. ജസ്റ്റ് ഒരു കൗൺസിലിംഗ് ആണ്, ജസ്റ്റ് ടോക്ക് വിത്ത് ദ സൈക്കാട്രിസ്റ്റ്. ദ സൈക്കാട്രിസ്റ്റ് വാസ് ലേഡി, ഹർ നെയിം വാസ് മായ. സോ ഐ വെന്റ് സാറ്റ് ഇൻ ഹർ റൂം. പുള്ളിക്കാരോട് കണ്ടപ്പോ തന്നെ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു, മാഡം എനിക്ക് വട്ടില്ല. മാഡം പറഞ്ഞു, ഡോണ്ട് വറി, നത്തിങ് ടു വറി അബൌട്ട് ഇറ്റ്, ലൈഫ് ഇസ് വെരി സിമ്പിൾ, വിഷ്ണുവിന്റെ ഈ പേടി നമുക്ക് മാറ്റാം. സോ ഷീ ഗീവ് മീ ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് ടിപ്സ്, ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് കോൺഫിഡൻസ്, ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് ബൂസ്റ്റിംഗ് അപ്പ്, ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് മോട്ടിവേഷണൽ ടിപ്സ്. ഞാൻ അതെല്ലാം കേട്ടു. പക്ഷെ ഒരു മാറ്റം ഉണ്ടായില്ല. ഒരു വീക്ക് കൂടെ കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോഴത്തേക്കും കോളേജിൽ നിന്ന് ലെറ്റർ കെയിം, യു ആർ ഗോയിങ് ടു ബി ഡിസ്ക്വാളിഫൈഡ് ഡ്യൂ ടു അറ്റൻഡൻസ് ഷോർട്ടേജ്. ഇഫ് യു ഡോണ്ട് ടേൺ അപ്പ് ഫോർ ദ ക്ലാസ്, യു വിൽ ലൂസ് 1 year. സോ എന്റെ ഫാദർ വാസ് സീരിയസ്ലി ആംഗ്രി. ഹി ടോർ ദ പേപ്പർ, ഹി ത്രോ ഇറ്റ് മീ. ഇത്രയും നല്ല അഡ്മിഷൻ കിട്ടിയിട്ട് യു ആർ എ വേസ്റ്റ് ഫെലോ, ഐ ഡോണ്ട് നോ വാട്ട് ടു ഡു വിത്ത് യു. ഐ വാസ് ലൈക്ക്, യാ, എന്ത് പറഞ്ഞാലും ഞാൻ പോകത്തില്ല. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് വെൻ മൈ ഫാദർ ഗേവ് മീ ദ ബെസ്റ്റ് അഡ്വൈസ് ഓഫ് മൈ ലൈഫ്. ലൈഫിൽ അഡ്വൈസ് എനിക്ക് തന്ന എന്താ അറിയാം എന്റെ അപ്പൻ ഇങ്ങനെയാണ് പറഞ്ഞത്, വിഷ്ണു, ഇന്ന് നീ നിന്റെ കഷണ്ടിയെ പേടിച്ച് വീട്ടിലിരുന്നാൽ, നാളെ ടുമോറോ വേറൊരു പേടി നിന്നെ തേടി വരും, ഒരു സംശയമില്ല. ബിക്കോസ് ലൈഫ് ഇസ് ഓൾ അബൌട്ട് ചലഞ്ചസ്. ഇഫ് യു ആർ അഫ്രൈഡ് ഓഫ് വൺ ചാലഞ്ച് ടുഡേ, ഐ പ്രോമിസ് യു ദ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ചാലഞ്ച് വിൽ കം ഫോർ യു. നെക്സ്റ്റ് ചലഞ്ച് ചിലപ്പോൾ ഫിസിക്സ് ആയിരിക്കും, കെമിസ്ട്രി ആയിരിക്കും, സ്റ്റേജ് ഫിയർ ആയിരിക്കും, കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷൻ സ്കിൽ ആയിരിക്കും, ഇറ്റ് ക്യാൻ ബി എനിത്തിങ്. ഒരിക്കൽ ചലഞ്ചസിന് മുമ്പിൽ തോറ്റാൽ, പേടിച്ചാൽ, പിന്നെ ഏത് ചലഞ്ച് വരുമ്പോഴും ഫസ്റ്റ് ഹ്യൂമൻ ബ്രെയിൻ ടെൻഡൻസി ഇസ് ടു ഗെറ്റ് സ്കെയർഡ്. ഒരു സംശയം വേണ്ട. Once your brain is taught to fear, then every challenges your brain will fear. നിന്റെ ജീവിതം മുഴുവൻ ഈ കഷണ്ടി കാരണം യു വിൽ അച്ചീവ് നത്തിങ്. പക്ഷെ അതിന് പകരം നീ ഇന്ന് തീരുമാനിക്കുകയാണ്, ഇഫ് യു ടുഡേ ഡിസൈഡ്, യെസ്, ഞാൻ കഷണ്ടിയാണ്, എനിക്ക് അങ്ങനെ ഒരു കുഴപ്പമുണ്ട്, ഹൗ ക്യാൻ ഐ ഓവർകം ഇറ്റ്, ഹൗ ക്യാൻ ഐ ഫേസ് ദറ്റ് ചാലഞ്ച്, ഹൗ ക്യാൻ ഐ മാസ്റ്റർ ഇറ്റ് എന്ന് ചിന്തിച്ചാൽ, ഐ പ്രോമിസ് യു വിൽ ഫൈൻഡ് എ സൊല്യൂഷൻ. ദിസ് വാസ് ദ ബെസ്റ്റ് അഡ്വൈസ്. My dear students, if you accept your mistakes, if you accept your weakness, and if you decide to work on your weakness, there is absolute guarantee in short period of time your weakness will be transformed into your strength. No doubt. ഇനി ഞാൻ എന്താണ് ചെയ്തതെന്നും പറയാം, അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവും what I did. അപ്പൊ ഇതൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു, ഞാൻ പോയി കോളേജിൽ ചെന്നു, പഠിച്ചു, കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്തു. I joined TCS as a business analytic and I worked there. ഞാൻ എന്താ ചെയ്തതെന്ന് ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളോട് പറയാം, നിങ്ങൾ ഉത്തരം പറയണം. Okay, so I have been talking with you for the last 1 hour regarding attitude and positive approach and goal setting. നിങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവരും എന്റെ വീഡിയോ കാണുന്നുണ്ട്. You are seeing my face, am I right? You can see. സത്യസന്ധമായിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾ ഉത്തരം പറയണം. Honestly you have to answer. ഇത്ര നേരം ഞാൻ സംസാരിച്ചതിൽ നിങ്ങൾ എത്ര പേര് എന്റെ കഷണ്ടി ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചു, എത്ര പേര് എന്റെ താടി ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചു? You have to tell that. Hi. I can promise 95% of the students will be focusing on my beard. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
No doubt. ഞാൻ ചെയ്യുന്ന മാജിക് ഇത്രയേ ഉള്ളൂ. എന്റെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ നെഗറ്റീവായ കഷണ്ടിയെ വളരെ ബുദ്ധിപൂർവ്വം എന്റെ പോസിറ്റീവ് എന്ന് ഞാൻ വിശ്വസിക്കുന്ന താടിയെ കൊണ്ട് കവറപ്പ് ചെയ്യാണ്. And I am calling your attention towards my strength rather than my weakness, and that is my success. It's as simple as that. Attitude is all about identifying your positives, portraying your positive, making people focus on your positive, and slowly working on your negative. If you can get that, if you can get that thinking into your brain to look out for the positives, to look out for the aspects which help you, I can promise you after 2 years of MBA, you will definitely reach your goal, which is your passion, which is that one thing which you will absolutely love doing 7 days a week, 24 days, 24 hours a day, 30 days a month, 365 days a year without getting bored. Once you find that goal, once you fix that goal, nobody can stop you. And I'm very confident in Kochi Business School, you have all the faculties, all the training facilities. You have the great guidance of Thomas sir. You have the great team under Pradeep sir, the academic coordinators, all these people. You have a beautiful location, very close to Info Park in the heart of the city. All these positives you have in the college, which will come into play if you work on your positive, if you work on your thinking, if you have a definitive, measurable goal with intent. So this is what I wanted to communicate to everyone in the 1 hour session. Hope I'm able to make you think for some time, and hope you all work on it. So before ending the session, I want you all to write out something. You can all write it down and read it every day to understand the meaning of it. I want everyone to write it down. This is your life. Just read it every day. This is like a mantra. I'm not kidding, I'm very serious. This is a mantra, you have to write it down. I'll recite it in English, and it goes like this. Your salary or success, your salary or success will always be directly proportional to the ease with which your salary or success will always be directly proportional to the ease with which your company or your competitor can find a replacement for you. Your salary or success will always be directly proportional to the ease with which your company or your competitors can find a replacement for you. Can anybody tell me the meaning of that? You can read it 1 second, and can anybody try repeating the meaning to it? Can anybody give me a meaning to it? What you understood by that phrase? I think everyone is going through it, you understand? They're like tough going through it. Anybody can give me, read out the meaning according to your understanding. Vivek, what do you understood? Vivek VJ.
Yes, sir.
What do you understood from that phrase?
നമ്മുടെ സാലറി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മുടെ വിജയം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മുടെ കമ്പനി, നമ്മൾ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്ന കമ്പനി നമുക്കൊരു റീപ്ലേസ്മെന്റ് കണ്ടെത്തണതിന്റെ ഒരു ഡയറക്ട്ലി പ്രപ്പോസ് മീൻസ്
അതിന്റെ അർത്ഥം എന്തായിരിക്കും? What does that mean?
മീൻസ് ഇഫ് ദേ കമ്പനി നമുക്ക് ഒരു മീൻസ് നമ്മളുടെ വർക്ക് അനുസരിച്ച് മീൻസ് എന്താ പറയാ.
നോ ഇഷ്യൂസ്. ഗുഡ് ട്രൈ വിവേക്. അർത്ഥം വളരെ സിമ്പിൾ ആണ്. നിങ്ങളുടെ സക്സസ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ സാലറി എപ്പോഴും എന്തിന് നേർ അനുപാതമായിരിക്കും. എത്ര എളുപ്പത്തിൽ ആ കമ്പനിക്ക് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കോമ്പറ്റീറ്റേഴ്സിന് നിങ്ങളെ റീപ്ലേസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും, അതിന് അനുപാതമായിരിക്കും. അതിന്റെ അർത്ഥം നിങ്ങളെ ഒരിക്കലും റീപ്ലേസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റാത്ത കമ്മോഡിറ്റി ആയി മാറുക എന്നുള്ളത് നിങ്ങളുടെ ഉത്തരവാദിത്തമാണ്. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
That is what happened to Orkut. Orkut got replaced by Facebook. Now nobody remembers Orkut. Am I right? If Facebook doesn't improve, Facebook name replace cheyapadum. Am I right?
Yes.
So what you have to do is every day you have to make sure you improve on your skills so that you become irreplaceable commodity, so that no one can replace you. You have to learn every day. You have to improve every day. You have to make sure that your goal is more and more specific every day. You have to constantly maintain a positive attitude. Otherwise, in the world of competition, you will be replaced. You will be thrown out. So these 2 years, for the rest of your life, every day make sure you keep learning. Every day make sure you make your goal more and more measurable, more and more specific. Approach the goal with more and more intent, hunger. Every day, keep doing that. All the best to everyone. Thanks for listening to me, and thanks to the management for inviting me and giving me the opportunity. God bless all. Stay safe. I know things are tough out there. I hope everyone is keeping safe. Keep safe. And it was wonderful enjoying a session with you. I know that there is limitations of interactions, but still you all did good. Keep up your energy. Keep up your focus. Thank you once again. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Aparna? Aparna?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Honorable Vishnu, Lona, Jacob sir, respected teachers, and my dear friends. This is my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. A big thank you to Vishnu sir for his efforts towards this class. This class was very inspirational and motivational to all of us, and I am sure that this class will help us in our future life and in our future career. Once again, thank you, sir, for your motivational words. And also, I use this occasion to thank our teachers and our principal to conducting this type of a wonderful orientation program. And also, I thank my dear friends for keenly attending this class. Thank you.
Thank you, Aparna, and thank you, Pradeep sir. Thank you, the teaching faculties, the coordinators, and everyone listening to me. God bless you all and stay safe. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Vishnu, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.